I'm Steve Perry for SmokeyInTheBandwidth.com, and I am slaving over a hot atomizer to bring you the best electronic cigarette news, views, reviews available on the World Wide Web. And today we have the iTaste MVP version 2. I won this in a contest over at DirtyHeathens.com, so I decided to go ahead and give it a quick review. If you look at the back of the box at the iTaste MVP, and this information should be on any website where you're looking at purchasing it from, it's got some of the specs on it, and you can see, well, variable voltage. So you say variable voltage, that's a good thing, right? And then you say, well, from 3.3 to 5 volts in 0.1 volt increments. Not great. It's alright. Up to 5. Variable wattage. That's good. From 6 to 11 watts. Cuts out at 11. Okay. Ohm meter. That's good. Puff counter. And folks, where would we be, seriously, without a puff counter? I don't personally have a puff counter on the mods that I use, and I can't tell you the number of times I just thought to myself, gee, how many puffs have I taken today? And I didn't know because I don't have one. Anyway. Short circuit atomizer protection, over discharge protection. You can read through the whole thing. Battery, 2600 mAh. That's a good thing. This was a confusing mod to take a look at, because there's some things that are great about it, and there's some things that are and there's some things that suck. Unboxing, you'll find the first thing that sucks, okay? You take it out, and for some reason, and this peels right off, this is metal. This is sharp. I don't know why they did that. They could have put a cardboard with the same design and put some crappy tape on the back and then tried to stick it to felt. I don't know what the point of that was, but okay. Now if we can get this out of here. The top part underneath, you have all your junk. You should have two... What are they? iClear 16, I believe is what they're called. Something like that. Anyway, one of yours should not be filled with liquid. You got a little beauty ring, whatever you want to call it, and you've got your charger, which is dual purpose. We'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to take one of these out that happens to be filled with liquid, because I filled it with liquid, and we're going to attach it to the device, and we're going to have a little vape. I don't remember what this said at the moment. That's good. Nice vape, satisfying. This is the size of it in the hand. I happen to put the knuckle on my thumb right there and fire it that way. What is the deal with this thing? First off, it's easy to operate, because to switch from variable, it's instead of having a one-button menu system, it's got 2 buttons on the side down here, and you can push either one. What the heck was up with that? Was that flashing, or was that just my view of it? Okay, I turned it off, so the puff counter reset. So I guess it's not flashing. And it shows us at 3 puffs. Now, if we want to set it to variable power, we just push that button and hold it, and now we're at variable power. If we want to switch to variable voltage, we go down to the bottom, and once that comes in, we can change the volts. And from my view on the camera, this is just flashing like crazy at me. So you can see here, you should be able to see, we go up to 5 and back down to 3.3. So we got it set at 3.3. We want to go to variable wattage or power. We hold this button till that comes on, and then we can adjust accordingly. And I'm going to take it back to where I had it, which was at 7.5 watts. So it's very simple to operate. If you want to check your ohm meter or your battery voltage, you press the 2 and hold them. You get your ohm meter first, and your remaining charge of your battery second. That's about all there is to it. Additionally, when you push the fire button, you see the green light down there indicates your battery's full. I believe it stays green down to 3.7, then it changes to amber, orange, yellow, whatever, and then it changes to red ultimately at the end. This also has a 5-click on-off feature. I believe it's a little wonky on mine. Now, when I got this thing and took it out of the box and attached an EVOD to it, it wouldn't fire. I said, okay, maybe it's the EVOD, maybe it doesn't work with it. So I grabbed another Clearmizer. I don't even know what it is. Somebody sent it to me to review. I put that on there, went to fire it, nothing. Okay. I put a dual coil cardo tank on it. It would fire, but there goes the 5-volt limit. I had a 2.5 ohm dual coil cardomizer. Obviously, that's not going to be very good at 5 volts, but it was firing, so I realized the pin in the center was pushed down. I had to get a little pick and pry at it and pull it up, and now everything works on it. This is a reasonably priced device that operates reasonably well. The problem with this device is when you get into variable voltage and variable wattage, I'm expecting something spectacular, and it's not spectacular. But if you're out there using an Ego, basically everything you're using on your Ego, well, not basically, everything you're using on your Ego will work on here. This will additionally, I know the Ego Twist, I think they go up to 4.8 or something like that, but this is much better power delivery method than an Ego Twist. Plus, it's got a lot longer lifespan on it. It's comfortable in the hand. The button, a little hard to push, but it's clicky. It's alright. See, that's the wonky 5-click system. Anyway. Basically, that's what I can say about the iTaste MVP version 2. It's alright. If you got an Ego, an EVOD, something like that, this is going to be an upgrade for you, and this might be the only thing you ever need. Not everybody that gets into vaping is going to go into rebuildables, dual coils, the whole nine. Some people are going to get Clearos like this, enjoy them, and continue to use them for a long time. If you got low ohm dual coils like these are, I think these are 2 ohm, 1.8 or 2 ohm, something like that. This will be satisfying for you. If you are getting like the higher ohm dual coils like I do, the 2.5 ohm, this isn't going to be enough to kick them. At 5 volts, and here's the thing, by the way, variable watts, variable voltage. This is something that doesn't get explained to you because it's packaged as an either or. You have variable volts or you have variable watts. It's not really an either or. The one relates to the other. You can go up to 11 watts so long as you don't exceed 5 volts. And you can go down to 6 watts so long as you don't go under 3.3 volts. In other words, the volt limitation on this device is the volt limitation, and it affects you in the power mode as well. So don't think you can go lower ohm, go up to 11 watts and exceed 5 volts. It won't do it. It will take you up to 5 volts, and that's as far as it'll go. Boom, dead end over. Other than that, it's a good device. I don't mean to dig on it too hard because of the fact that it's not meant to replace your ProVary. It's not meant to come in and replace your DNA 30 mod. It's really, for what it's designed for, and it's reasonably priced. I think you can pick these things up for like 50 bucks. It's a reasonably priced mod, and it works. It works well. It works. If you've got an Ego or an EVOD, everything that you already have is going to work on here, but it's going to work better. That's about the best I could say for this thing. It fits comfortably in the hand. The button's a little stiff, but it's alright. It'll fit in your purse or your pocketbook. I believe that Innokin makes wraps for it. I know J-Wraps does, so if you're going to be carrying it in your pocket or your purse, you can get it in a wrap. You can turn it off with the button. And additionally, there's a little button on the bottom here that says off or on. And if you turn this to on, you can use this USB port here with the included charger if it has an adapter to fit your phone, which that's the one for my phone, this is the one for my Bluetooth, so I'd be good with this. And you just plug this into the USB port at the bottom, turn this on, and then plug this into your cell phone, and bam, you can charge your phone. I mean, you know, I would think that I would probably, if I were stranded on a desert island, I would drain the last power off of my phone battery to charge my e-cigarette, not the other way around. You understand what I'm saying? I am that dedicated to vaping. But, you know, some folks would drain the last power off their e-cig to charge the phone, make a call, rescue me, deserted island, right? I'd enjoy my last hours vaping. That's just the kind of guy I am. But if you're the other way around, that's going to come in handy for you. You know, there's a bunch of trinkets and gimmicks, basically. What it boils down to is it's a decent e-cig that can replace your Ego or your eVod. Certainly not going to replace your Provari or DNA 20, DNA 30 mod, nothing like that. That's the iTaste MVP. I am Steve Perry from SmokingTheBandwidth.com, reminding you truckers out there to keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. 8s and 6s, keep it between the ditches, and we'll catch you on the flip side of SmokingTheBandwidth.com.